Faith is the bird that feels the light when the dawn is still dark. We all face storms in life. Some are more difficult than others, but we all go through trials and tribulation. That's why we have the gift of faith. In faith, there is enough light for those who want to believe and enough shadows to blind those who don't. To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water, because if you do, you will sink and drown. Instead, you relax and float. To one who has faith, no explanation is necessary. To one without faith, no explanation is possible. Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Be faithful in small things because it is in them that your strength lies. Faith is an oasis in the heart which will never be reached by the caravan of thinking. Prayer should be the key of the day and the lock of the night. Every tomorrow has two handles. We can take hold of it with the handle of anxiety or the handle of faith. Knowledge is only one half, faith is the other. As your faith is strengthened, you will find that there is no longer the need to have a sense of control, that things will flow as they will, and that you will flow with them to your great delight and benefit. Faith in oneself is the best and safest course. I have come to the conclusion that the most important element in human life is faith. In a world of prayer, we are all equal in the sense that each of us is a unique person with a unique perspective on the world, a member of a class of one. A man of courage is also full of faith. Faith has to do with things that are not seen and hope with things that are not at hand. The love of heaven makes one heavenly. Faith is a knowledge within the heart, beyond the reach of proof. Keep your dreams alive. Understand to achieve anything requires faith and belief in yourself, vision, hard work, determination, and dedication. Remember, all things are possible for those who believe. With faith, discipline, and selfless devotion to duty, there is nothing worthwhile that you cannot achieve. Talk unbelief, and you will have unbelief, but talk faith, and you will have faith. According to the seed sown will be the harvest. Without faith, nothing is possible. With it, nothing is impossible. Choose your friends with caution, plan your future with purpose, and frame your life with faith. Life is only a long and bitter suicide, and faith alone can transform this suicide into a sacrifice. Sometimes you find your strongest faith in the darkest corners. Faith is the highest passion in a human being. Many in every generation may not come that far, but none comes further. If you think you can win, you can win. Faith is necessary to victory. People who believe they have the power to exercise some measure of control over their lives are healthier, more effective, and more successful than those who lack faith in their ability to affect changes in their lives. A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. There are many talented people who haven't fulfilled their dreams because they overthought it or they were too cautious and were unwilling to make the leap of faith. Confound not faith and feeling together. They are distinct. Faith is ours to exercise. Believe, believe. Let your faith take hold of the blessing, and it is yours by faith. Your feelings have nothing to do with this faith. Faith moves mountains, but you have to keep pushing while you are praying. Love, like a chicken salad or restaurant hash, must be taken with blind faith or it loses its flavor. Faith that it's not always in your hands or things don't always go the way you plan, but you have to have faith that there is a plan for you and you must follow your heart and believe in yourself no matter what. Faith and doubt cannot exist in the same mind at the same time, for one will dispel the other. To have faith doesn't mean you get any less frustrated when you don't do your best, but you know that it's not life and death. Take what you're given, and when you continue to work hard, you will see results. That will give you the confidence you need to keep going. I have learned that you need to have patience, perseverance, and faith in people to reach your goals. Your heart has to be prepared ahead of time through faith and prayer and grace and mercy and love and forgiveness so you can keep your heart open in hell when hell happens. Blind faith, no matter how passionately expressed, will not suffice. Science, for its part, will test relentlessly every assumption about the human condition. A faith is something you die for. A doctrine is something you kill for. There is all the difference in the world. Life is a battle between faith and reason, in which each feeds upon the other, drawing sustenance from it and destroying it. There can be no darker or more devastating tragedy than the death of man's faith in himself and in his power to direct his future. The only thing that stands between a man and what he wants from life is often merely the will to try it and the faith to believe that it is possible. We can reach our potential, but to do so, we must reach within ourselves. We must summon the strength, the will, and the faith to move forward, to be bold, to invest in our future. You block your dream when you allow your fear to grow bigger than your faith. Sometimes you need faith and victory spoken over your life. Words have created power. When you receive them into your spirit, they can ignite seeds of increase on the inside. Faith is not trying to believe something regardless of the evidence. Faith is daring to do something regardless of the consequences. In the natural life, we eat, we drink water, we give birth, we pay taxes. In the spiritual life, we can only reach it by faith. Life is full of happiness and tears. Be strong and have faith.